The two showcase programs from the state of Utah. This game has had its share of fights, it's had its share of feuds. At times it has been a figurative and near literal war. But the most, something about it still feels holy. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cougars offense will have the first possession of the game. Utah has been wielding bragging rights after blowing out the Cougars the last time they met.
Yeah, last year it was Utah making the big plays offensively. Defensively, they put the clamps down, David. Can they put a complete game together again?
And BYU making the mistakes. They don't usually make mistakes now in a big rivalry game. Can they be more physical and go meet that Utah challenge?
Looking for a man. It's Wicks. Keeps the play going. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
He's got him. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
It's complete to the right. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Utah Utes offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. At the 40, there he goes. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Utes. He got a step and just dusted the field.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Starting in 1971, the Beehive Boot was established to determine the best team from the state of Utah. The boot itself estimated to be well over 100 years old.
Man, this is one of the most physical college football games I think we see each and every year, David. And this game's been referred to the holy war between BYU and Utah, but this game almost feels like an NFL matchup because of the size and the physicality these two teams play with.
And Jesse, that's a great breakdown, and I agree with the NFL talent and all that stuff, but let's get back to the boot. 100-year-old boot. Like, that's what the prize is. How bad do you think that thing smells?
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Knowles. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll keep it himself. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden,
makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Wants to throw. It's Wicks. Here comes the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. This is why Rice-Eccles is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got his man quickly. Still running up the 40. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He'll throw it. Firing to the right, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Give to the running back. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. And the Utes will go for it here on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. Turning it on! Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. After converting that 4th down with the run, that opens up the playbook here on 1st down. Quick strike complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Guys, how many 1st downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Hard running there. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. We've played 1 before we move on. Let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He's looking to pass. Trying to barrel in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Power football with the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Wicks. He'll pull it down. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. It doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Skips away from pressure. Creates a little room. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The Utes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Utes look to keep this drive humming. They'll throw it from the red zone. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Utes! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. They'll give it to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
To the air, it's Wicks. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback.
Fires one high and deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive
he lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Makes the grab on the left side. Hits the crease. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Utah!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the field. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knock him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out of space. Keep doing that.
He'll be run out of bounds at the 13. On first down from the 13-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires to the tight end. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, Touchdown, Utes! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
To throw, it's Wicks. And that one's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He's open on the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. BYU lines up quickly. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Finds the tight end. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. It is good.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They're going to throw it to start the drive. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under fire. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield very late in the half. Got the quick pass. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Utes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Beehive boot is on the line, and already BYU and Utah have given us some stirring moments. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that, let's send it back to our guys in the booth to see how the battle between Utah and BYU plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. Out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. He's got an open man. Wide open spaces. He's at the touchdown, Utah! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Dropping back, it's Wicks. Quickly out to the tight end. Breaks into the open. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Still on his feet at the 45. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line. The Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Got the big tight end on the corner route. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. BYU has this offense clicking. He wants to throw it again. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Wicks. Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. And he missed it. No good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away at.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Keeps it and gets the first down. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Finds a crease at the 20. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Pass interference. Offense.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Offense in a bunch formation. Gonna sling it on second down. Buys a little time. He'll pull it down and run. And he'll be brought down.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on third down.
And the Utes with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. The inside handoff. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. On target to the left. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The Utes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Touchdown, Utes! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. And Utah is starting to assert itself and seize command of this rivalry by building a big lead.
And the Utes are always ready. This is the team that you can always depend on. Rivalry game, week in, week out. They're built, they know who they are, they're disciplined, they're tough, and that's why they're winning this football game.
And I feel like Utah is also one of those teams that's just ready to pounce, right? They're ready for you to make a mistake, and then they take advantage of it, and that's what they've been able to do in this game. They came in with a good game plan, and they are executing.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Wicks. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Works the middle. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32.
Well, they execute the end route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Off the play fake. Hauls it in. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the 3rd. To the air on first down. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. This BYU offense set up with another first down.
Here we go.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Got his man. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Holds and fires complete to the right. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Looking to pass. It's Wicks. Escapes the sack. There he goes. Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cougar!
Number 10.
What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When your defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. He lets it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete, denying a big play on the final snap of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. And the Utes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got the tight end outside. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Utes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Quickly complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Utah! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Weeks like this aren't tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Slater. Makes the grab almost to the first down. down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Cougars are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll move the tight end. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Pressure coming. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And the Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Trying play action. Here's the pressure. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Still looking on the move. Trying to escape and turning it on. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. The screen, he's got wheels. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Utes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He's going for the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
They'll go to the ground. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Punt is in the air. Hauls it in, looking for space. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
First down and more. And this is why a mobile quarterback is the defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball.
Going for it all. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And the defense gets the big third down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. The backups are on the field. They get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. They were certainly feeling the spirit in this edition of the Holy War, and it is the Utes who take the crown in this one. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.